It's all about money. Holding you there, sucking the government with funding, the state. Holding you in college for 4 and 5 years, when if the college taught you right, you could be out of there in 2 years. As the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if you start where you want it to end, start there and see how fast the people's minds will grab it. Before you know it, you have attention and you have devotion, because you are working with the speed of the new mind that God is creating. And that's why this world is falling. You got people so wise and so wicked. They know how smart the children are, but they intentionally dumb them down. Because if you're too smart, you'll peep the game that's being played. That's right. We can't have you too smart, Negro. You'll see the game that we're playing on you, and you'll revolt against us. And we can't have that. So let's put more fluoride in the water. Right. They say it's to protect your teeth from having cavities. Lies. Right. We didn't have fluoride in the water when I was coming up, and we hardly knew what a cavity was. But all your mouths are filled with cavities, and you got fluoridation in all the water. But it's a kind of a chemical that dulls, makes you susceptible. You don't realize that the government is plotting not your rise and the rise of the American people, but to dumb them to a degree where the few people that control the media and the money can herd you like sheep into directions that are destructive to you, but advantageous to them. Who are the 85%? Who are the 10%? And who are the 5%? The 85% are the poor, poison animal eaters. You eat the wrong kind of food that dumbs you mentally. You believe in a mystery God. Listen to me. You don't see the law of cause and effect. That's right. You know, if the effect is real, the cause is just as real as the effect. Right. But you see the rain and you attribute it to a spook God, when in reality the God is as real as you are. That's right. Teach us. So you sitting around waiting for some mystery God to pop out of the sky to do for you, when you could unite and do for yourself. Yes, sir. That's right. You don't want knowledge. You have faith. Come on, leader. God will make a way. Come on. That's what we say. God will make a. He will. But he'll help you to make one for yourself. That's right. It's not that you don't have faith in God, but faith has to be supported or complemented with knowledge. You don't sit around and watch TV all day saying God will make a way. How the world turns. General Hospital, which I'm always in, but can't pay the bill. All my children. I'm not trying to be funny, but you're being purposely dumbed. Yes, sir. Why is the media controlled by just a few people? All the mass media. What is that for? See, you can be herded now. Just look at you. Just look at your thinking. There was a time in our life when in Boston, I went to a boys and girls for the first 3 years, up to the 3rd grade. Boys and girls. Well, who's interested in girls and boys in kindergarten? I mean, you know. But you better check it today. We fast.
Yes, sir. Right.
We're very fast today. But when we left the 3rd grade, the girls went to a girls' grammar school, boys went to a boys' grammar school. When we went to high school, English high was all boys, Latin was all boys, Tech was all boys, Memorial was all boys, Brandeis, all boys. Girls had their high school, boys had their. We wasn't sissies. But when you have the opposite sex pulling on you, it defeats the process of learning.
Yes, sir.
So we learned in an all-male, all-female environment. We meet each other at the college level when we are more mature about who we are as a female, who we are as a male.
Yes, that's right. Yes, sir.
That's an intelligent way that we were developed.
Yes, sir.
Way back then. Now, you're all together, and you're all looking, you can hardly study. She come to school with these hip huggers on, half her belly out.
Right.
He come to school with these pants hanging down, his drawers is showing.
Right.
What is this? It's almost like a freak show.
Right. That's what it is.
And if we test you to see what you learned, you probably didn't get out of the 6th grade, but you graduated now. Mentally. So all that's available for you now is armed forces, crime, and the few of you that are smart, you fit into corporate America.
All right.
Where there's always a glass ceiling. You look good, you know what I mean, in your Brooks Brothers suit and your BMW, you know what I mean, but you still in that society. We have to realize if we want a future for our people, we have to think about the future.
That's right.
30 years ago, I came back from overseas to speak in New Orleans to the National Conference of Black Social Workers. And it had just come out in the newspaper that blacks' birth rate was so much greater than the white birth rate. They said that the white birth rate was, for every white child born, a white person was dying. So it's zero population growth. So that meant that there was an older number of whites and a smaller youth population of whites. And they were saying, and this is also happening in Europe, and in Pat Buchanan's book, The Death of the West, he points out where white people are dying a natural death, that in Europe in the next 100 years there wouldn't be no white people at the rate that it's going. Now look at this. In America, it's the same pattern. The white women have to find fertility drugs. What's happening to you? I can't have no babies.
Right.
Well, here, take this. Now you got a litter.
Yeah.
The black man and the black woman, it seemed like they were so fertile.
Come on.
You know, like you drop a seed and something happens. You know, So they were worried, you know. They had the older girls, you all had gotten on the pill. And they were happy. They said, boy, we got them now. We have a government, sir, that needs to be opened up before the American people.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother, talk to me, sister. I think I'm
Good morning, and good morning. Welcome to the Prince Carter Show for this Sunday morning. And today we're going to be talking about what it seems like a lot of folks are not talking about and don't want to talk about, and that's this up-and-coming presidential race. We're posing the question this morning, and I'm asking you to weigh in and give me your perspective and your input. Is the presidential seat important to the black community and black neighborhoods? I don't see the motivation as it relates to the community being motivated to get behind this presidential race. I'm hearing a lot of mixed signals about this up-and-coming presidential race. My question this morning is to you. Do you think that this election is important to the black community and black folks? I don't see folks. I don't even see a lot of yard signs. I tell you, yesterday, normally you see all yard signs everywhere. Yesterday, I did see something that I hadn't saw before. I was on Tucker and it wasn't Tucker. It was Jefferson and Olive at the gas station. There is a sign with one of the local black elected officials. I think it's Lauren Keyes on this big sign with President Harris. I don't see the black elected officials, in my opinion, from where I'm sitting, excited about this presidential race and doing all that they can to get out the vote. Is it important to get out the black vote for this up-and-coming election? What's your take on that? What do you think? I don't see people excited about this election. I'm concerned for more reasons than one. And I for the life of me, maybe somebody can help me understand this. How is it that someone can incite a riot, cause 140 police officers or security officers at the Capitol get injured, and 5 people to lose their life, and yet still 4 years later, that person is able to run for president of the United States? I wish somebody could help me understand that. Is there anyone on the face of this earth that can explain to me how this could even be possible? And with I don't get a lot of this stuff, man. I mean, I'm beginning to think and believe that it really doesn't matter who's in the White House. However, on this up-and-coming election here, I'm gravely concerned that Trump does not make it into the White House, because I think it would be a great disservice and a great harm to not only us as Americans, but to the black community as a whole. So does it matter to you who the president is? Do you care? And I'm willing to bet a lot of folks won't be honest about that. They won't. They're not going to be honest about whether or not politicians are even important to their communities. I beg to differ. I think it is very important as to who we allow represent us, who we choose to represent us. And time again, we have failed ourselves in the selection process as it relates to who we are allowing to represent us. When a person is representing you, they're supposed to be in sync with you. They're supposed to be in tune with you. They're supposed to be in communication with you. Imagine going to court with a lawyer, and you can't even talk to your lawyer, but y'all going to court. You and your lawyer never talk, but they going to court. He representing you. Pretty much the same thing. And one of the reasons, in my opinion, that especially North St. Louis is in the condition that it's in. I can't speak for other neighborhoods, but I know in the neighborhood where I live, we have a undisputed track record of electing the same people over and over again in our neighborhoods, whether they produce or not. And it's been going on like that for decades. I want to know, why don't we begin to think about, you know what, this person is not working. Let's try somebody else. Yet and still, you constantly vote the same people in over and over. But I want to pretty much, I would like for somebody to talk to me about this presidential race. I want to know what people really think and what they really feel. And is it important to you and your family and your neighborhood who sits in the White House? Do you really believe that it's important? I think we should talk about that. I really do. And I'm just curious to know what it is that folk are thinking and how folks are really feeling as relates to this up and coming presidential race. And I don't see the excitement there. I don't see I don't see folks motivated to get out the vote. I don't see it. And another thing that's really concerning me, and I'm hearing this from a lot of young folk about this supporting Trump, and I don't get it. I just, maybe I'm in a tunnel, or maybe I'm in a bombshell somewhere. I don't get it. How can anyone in their right frame of mind even consider supporting this man? I don't get that. And maybe there's some things in life I never get, and that's probably one of them. But nonetheless, I'm going to take a quick break right here, folks. We'll be right back with more of the Prince Carter Show. I am Prince Carter.
Hearing revolution in the air. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother, talk to me, sister. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother, talk to me, sister.
It is time for us to use our power. Please do not beg folks for power. Nobody is going to give it to you. You were born with power.
Some very sad news for all of you and people who love peace all over the world. Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis.
I will never say that progress is being made. If you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that's below me.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother, talk to me, sister.
But the hard truth is that not everyone is sharing in this city's splendor and glory. There are more poor than ever, more families in trouble, more and more people who need help but can't find it.
A struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself.
We believe that all men are created equal, yet many are denied equal treatment.
And so we say to all in this nation who would dare listen to us, black, white, Jew, Gentile, Asian, Latino, that we are brothers and sisters in a long and difficult
All right. I think I'm hearing it in the area. I got some stuff going on with the phone lines. Let's figure this out right quick. Good morning. Welcome back to the Prince Carter Show. And okay, I don't quite get why this thing is not showing up here. Well, wow, my goodness. I tell you what, give me a little bit more music in the background. Let me see if I can figure this phone thing out right quick.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother, talk to me, sister.
Please do not beg folks for power. Nobody is going to give it to you. You were born with power.
Some very sad news for all of you and people who love peace all over the world. Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis.
I will never say that progress is being made. If you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that the blow made.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brothers.
Well, it doesn't look like I will be able to figure it out again. I ran into this problem last week with this phone line, folks, and I do apologize. I thought we had worked it out, and I don't know if it's the phone carrier or what it is, but my phone line is not working again, so I do apologize to the caller. I just don't get it. I just had it all worked out. But nonetheless, this is the Press Carter Show. We're talking about this up-and-coming presidential election this morning, and I am not seeing people excited about this up-and-coming election. I don't think that a lot of folks probably ain't going to even vote, I don't think. But should the black elected officials that feel that this is an important election be about the business of getting out there and helping get out the vote? I understand that money is not invested in certain areas because they got to concentrate on the areas where they're really weak. They oftentimes take our vote for granted, just knowing that we're going to vote Democrat. So they take the money and spend it elsewhere and get out the vote. So is that a good strategy? Is that what's in the interest of all of us? The electoral college process. Nobody's never challenged that. There's still a lot of grave secrets about the electoral college voting process. And how will Missouri fare again? Usually Missouri is a Republican state, unfortunately. I hate to admit it, but that's just the facts. That's what it is. And man, this okay, let's see here. We got a call coming in, and caller, can you hear me? Okay. So I don't understand for the life of me, what did I do to actually get the phone not working again? I didn't do anything. I left everything set just the way it was, and nonetheless, the phone lines aren't coming through. That's something we're going to have to really try to get a hold on between now and next week. Hopefully, we'll get that straightened out. Nonetheless, we're going to continue to press forward today. I had a couple of callers set up, and they were supposed to be talking about this stuff, and the phone lines is not working for me this morning. So, let's see. I'm fiddling with it. Maybe I'm gonna have to get my technical guy over here this morning, and we have to do the show. We're gonna have to postpone the show to this evening. That's what I'm gonna do, because I know this phone line is working, and we had it working last week. So I am going to hop off of here right quick and do something, and we'll be back.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother, talk to me, sister. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother, talk to me, sister.
It is time for us to use our power. Please do not beg folks for power. Nobody is going to give it to you. You were born with power.
Some very sad news for all of you and people who love peace all over the world. Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis.
I will never say that progress is being made. If you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that's below me.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother, talk to me, sister.
But the hard truth is that not everyone is sharing in this city's splendor and glory. There are more poor than ever, more families in trouble, more and more people who need help but can't find it.
Struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself.
We believe that all men are created equal, yet many are denied equal treatment.
And so we say to all in this nation who would dare listen to us, black, white, Jew, Gentile, Asian, Latino, that we are brothers and sisters in a long and difficult struggle.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Microphone testing 1 2.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother. Talk to me, sister. I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother. Talk to me, sister.
It is time for us to use our power. Please do not beg folks for power. Nobody is going to give it to you. You were born with power.
Some very sad news for all of you
Check 1 2.
and people who love peace all over the world. Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis.
I will never say that progress is being made. If you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that's below me.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother. Talk to me, sister.
But the hard truth is that not everyone is sharing in this city's splendor and glory. There are more poor than ever, more families in trouble, more and more people who need help but can't find it.
A struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself.
We believe that all men are created equal, yet many are denied equal treatment.
And so we say to all in this nation who would dare listen to us, black,
Check 1
white,
2.
Jew, Gentile, Asian, Latino, that we are brothers and sisters in a long
Check
and
1 2.
difficult struggle.
I think I'm hearing revolution in the air. Tell me, brother. Talk to me, sister.